On today's installment of Big Al's Garage, a tisket a tasket. We replace another gasket. How y'all doing? I'm Big Al. Welcome to the garage. Tonight's installment, we're tackling a small but important project. We are replacing the gasket for the adapter that holds the oil cooler to the engine block. This is one of those little things that we got to take care of before we get the car back on the road. It does appear to be leaking some oil, and as you know with Corvair engines, any oil leaks you can plug up, the better. So let's get to it. Okay, so here is the little adapter that we are going to replace the gasket on. We've got two bolts, they're both halves. Of course my light is going to try and do another Peter Pan into the engine bay on me again. One of these days, if I ever get monetized, I'm buying a new work light. I knew it! Can I call him or what? Piece of Walmart junk. And I'm gonna need an extension. That's on there pretty good. One. There it goes again. Piece of junk. Back these off by hand. This thing is very dirty. It's definitely leaked. Bolts are the same length. Okay. Don't want to spray anything too nasty in there with the whole engine taken apart. Can't just pry her off. Someone RTV the deal. There it goes. Okay. Gasket didn't come off entirely in one piece. I'll have to clean that mating surface up quite well. The part is Clark's C680. I, as always, will throw a link in the description. Now, the next step, get a razor blade, clean up that mating surface. Okay, brand new razor blade. Just gotta be careful you don't score or scratch up the block. And we'll use a little Permatex on this too. A little Permatex gasket shellac to seal that up. Okay, as someone who was a civil service employee for many years, I can say that that is certainly good enough for government work. Let's turn our attention to the actual adapter bracket itself, getting that cleaned up. Alright, so here's the adapter itself. You can see it's covered with oil, very dirty. So we're going to clean this thing up. I've got a friend very into essential oils and natural living would probably be freaking out if she watched this video and saw how much carb cleaner I was using. Got our adapter nice and clean now. Got all the oil channels cleaned out. Mating surface needs just a tiny bit more work. I don't think that'll make it leak, but it's going to drive me crazy if I don't do it. There we go. The worst spots. We're going to permatex this anyway, so let's go put the car back to, let's get this thing dry and get the car put back together. Okay. So here's our nice clean adapter. Here's our new gasket. Let's see if I can get this can of Permatex open. Plain old Permatex gasket shellac. Some people use RTV. I honestly tried RTV in the past, but I think I prefer this stuff. There we go, brush some of that on. Take our gasket out. Set it on top. Pass our bolts through it. And I'll lay on some more Permatex. I would assume right around here is probably the most important part to get with this Permatex stuff, because that's where the oil is actually going to be. But we'll do the whole thing. I passed the bolts through it just to hopefully make it a little easier to get this thing back on the block. I'll probably end up fidgeting with it and cursing under my breath anyway, but hey, as far as gasket replacements go, so far so good. Okay, so I got these hand threaded in most of the way. I didn't have the camera on, thought I did. That's the worst thing I do tonight. The light falling on me a couple of times. An aluminum block, you always want to work on it when it's ice cold, because you don't want to strip anything. So who would do something dumb like that? I don't know. You know. Okay. I'm not sure the torque specs for these bad boys. I'm just going to snug them up and leave it at that. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. As far as gasket replacements go, that one was pretty painless. Again, that was Clark's part C680. That is it for tonight. I hope you will like, share, and subscribe. My dad will be coming up hopefully at the end of the month, and we can finally get this car buttoned up, back on the road. Of course, by that time, who knows how expensive gasoline will be. I'll probably be walking or riding a bicycle, but hope you'll stay tuned.